Hello. This video today is going to be a combination of two different recordings over the last couple of weeks, but they will blend together. So sit back, relax, get a craft of your choice, knit, crochet, whatever is best for you, grab a beverage, and I hope I see you at the end. Bye. Good morning and welcome to Dreamcrafter Creations. My name is Debbie. I am also known as Nana, and I am here in my craft room this morning. And today, Wednesday, August 6th, I believe, I am going to Nantucket. I'm going knitting on Nantucket. And before I leave, I wanted to pop on and go over a few things that I'll be bringing. And I hope to be able to do some videoing there and get some knitting done. So whatever happens with that, hopefully stay tuned in this video and you'll see. Not quite sure how it's even going to go. I'm going with my daughter and my granddaughter, and I am very fortunate that this trip has been gifted to me a couple of probably about 4 years now, to just get a little getaway on the island, and that's what I'm going to go do. And what I'm going to bring is, and I've showed it to you, is my vintage flannel knit sweater. But so what happened was, this morning I had put this down for a little bit because I wanted to finish something, and that something is my octopus, which I have put on my Instagram, and I did a short here, and I will show him to you in a minute. But in the meantime, when I started picking up my vintage flannel so that I could bring it with me to Nantucket, it seemed a little squished on the needles. I wasn't sure of the gauge, and I didn't want to go too much farther if it was way, way off. Here it is. I blocked it out. I finally got through some of the pattern, and I think I'm on gauge. I used my junction fiber mill that they gave me from my retreat, and I have the 5 stitches to the inch with like 0.1 extra, which is what I'm supposed to get. So I'm going to proceed, and it is a little wet still, so I'm going to take a dry towel and I'm going to just roll it up, and hopefully that'll be dry enough at some point today or tomorrow morning, and I'll start knitting on this again. But what I have something else to bring if this doesn't dry up, and that is my Cozy Coastal Knits. I showed it to you. This is exactly what I'm doing. In other videos I showed it to you. This is the Atlantic poncho, and it is by the lovely Roseanne Fleischauer, and I started this last August, and the plan is to get it done this August because I would love to have it for the fall, as we're in August and into September, if I can get this finished. But I do have to say, it is it's a lot of yarn. I'll show it to you. So this took 2 balls, and this is 1 ball, and it's come apart. And this seems to happen with this yarn. I know a few people who have been using it, but I don't really. I'm hoping I can get at it and finish it without having to untangle and all that. But I'm pretty much a little bit more than halfway. I've showed this before. It's got a beautiful design of these mini cables. So I think this will be good to do on the boat and not have to be, you know, too complicated. And so I'm going to bring that with me. And as well as last year when I went to Nantucket, I started doing these last fall, and I'm thinking of a lot of fall decorating this year. And I want to finish these. These are acorns. Look at them. They are so cute. And I might, if I get to them, I might finish a few of these. Let me show you what I have just for a few of them, just to give you an idea. So you gotta stuff this little acorn and put the top on. So they'll be a little time consuming. But here's my little acorn. I think I don't know how many I have right now, but I do have a few, and it's done with these minis. And there's also a pumpkin pattern and a leaf pattern. So my plan is to do the acorns, there's the pumpkins and the leaves, and I want to put them on my dining room table with other patterns I got. So this is a video that will be coming to you with my fall decorating with my knitting and crochet. So something to look forward to. And saying that, if you are interested in seeing what I'm doing, please consider subscribing, and that will help this channel grow and help me come see you. And I hope you like it, and consider a thumbs up as well. But you can subscribe, I believe, over here or over here. I'm never sure where it is. But yeah, this channel is all about knitting and crochet and all types of fiber arts if you're new here. And if you have been following me, I thank you very much for your support and your return. But I will be leaving and going on a little 2-day getaway at Nantucket, and I hope to be able to bring you some footage of that as well, because they have a really nice knitting store there that I want to visit too. But one more thing, last but not least, and this is a big one. 1 minute. Look at him. This, I think, is either Oscar or Ollie. I haven't decided how I want to, I haven't decided what I want to name him. Maybe in the comments you can tell me what you think you'd name him. But he was fun to do. I had started him too last year, and I am like trying to get through all my whips. That's the goal here, just to get through the whips and then to move on to the stashes. But he has 8 of these tentacle legs that are really cute, lots of baubles. And let me see if I can show you. Like I said, my Instagram is linked here, and I have a picture of him on Instagram. This is a knit toy. I used these silver Google eyes in the pattern. She embroiders them, but I wanted to use these eyes. And I did see that there's a little mistake there. I get it. I'm not sure what that was, but it's handmade, and it's okay if it's handmade. You know, it's just a beauty mark, as someone told me once. But I think Ollie, maybe Ollie. I don't want Oliver, Oscar, Ollie. I'm thinking Ollie. What do you think? But this was my summer knit. I didn't do any summer sweaters, and I'm done with summer knits. I'm moving on to the fall, and I will see you soon. Hello, and I'm back after 2 weeks from Nantucket. I wasn't in Nantucket 2 weeks, I was there 2 days, but it's been 2 weeks since I videoed, and the reason for that is because I really wanted to get my whips into finished objects, being what I'm wearing, the Atlantic poncho. So I will show you a little modeling of the Atlantic poncho after I chit-chat here a bit. But I'm coming to you from New England, outside of Boston, on a beautiful day in the summer, a little fall-like, in the 60s. And what I wanted to talk about today was, what happened on Nantucket. We had 2 days, not a lot of knitting was able to go on because this yarn was in a tangle. And when I tell you a tangle, I didn't even know if I was going to be able to do the sweater anymore. But it took me a day and a half, and the only time I really had to work on it was mornings and evenings before bed. And I was able to get it out, but this yarn itself has like a little bit of a, I would call it a one ply with a little mohair in it. I don't have the label in front of me, but I did show it so you can look it up. But it would stick together, and it was really hard to get apart. And I don't know what end I was pulling from, but my knit group was telling me, well, if you're pulling from the outside, you'll be fine. Well, obviously I was pulling from the inside. I don't know. But however I started it, which was this darker side, and then it went up to the middle here, to the cream. I had to start at the cream to continue to be able to get back on the other side to the purple. So it was in such a mess, I couldn't figure out where I had pulled it from, but I did get it out. I did continue. And then after I came home, I worked on it diligently, and I finally was able to finish it. I started this last August, and the plan was to finish this August. So I can check one thing off that I planned on doing, and it is done. And what else happened? I did work on the vintage flannel. That problem, what happened was, I just told you that I was right on gauge, and I'm not on gauge. I'm such a tight knitter, and I don't know. I don't feel like I'm knitting tight when I knit, but apparently I am, because once the piece totally dried, it's like 6 stitches, maybe even into the 7. So I did find a formula to figure out, how much smaller it's going to turn out. And I think it came out to be like 91%, which if you look at the size chart, it's down 2 sizes. And I picked a bigger size to start with. I always do that for some reason. I think I want this big baggy sweater. So I think I'll be okay. And if I am not, and it doesn't fit, I will hang it up and I will look at it. But I think it'll be fine. Cross my fingers. But anyways, that's what I've been working on. I'm trying to think if I worked on anything else. I didn't. So I worked on finishing this for the last 2 weeks and a little bit of the vintage flannel, and that's it. So here's the full reveal. So here it is, the full reveal, the Atlantic poncho. Is a very beautiful drape. It's light, so it's perfect for this time of year. With a little heavier shirt underneath, this will be great for the fall. I love the ombre effect of this yarn going up to the lighter color and going back around to the darker color. The camera probably just doesn't even do this justice. I really like how this came out, and I hope you do too. So let me know what you think in the comments if you like the Atlantic poncho. I wish I could get a closer of the whole thing, but I'm not that great of a photographer, so I'm not sure how to do that. But I hope you like it. I love it. And on to the next whip. So again, thank you for watching, clicking in. I really enjoy doing these videos and being part of this fiber art, knit, crochet, woolly community. I have been getting a lot more comments and views, which is making me really happy, and want to, stay doing this and bring you different projects and ideas and inspiration. So, not to be repetitive, if you'd like to see what I'm doing, please subscribe. That's really going to help the channel grow. And just chit chat with me, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up. But until next time, happy stitching, happy knitting. See you soon.